WSJU 590 AM, The Voice, St. John's University, Jamaica, Queens.
Broadcasting live from the top of Marillac Hall.
Listen live from Marillac Cafeteria. Tune in on Channel 36 in the dorms.
Visit us online at WSJUradio.org.
Morning, St. John's University, live atop Marillac Hall. Coming at you live for the next hour and 50 minutes. I'm Vince Ruffino, joined by, as always, my companion and my partner in crime, Quinn Rochford. And special guest today, Timmy DeMoss, is going to be on the show with us. He's skipping class because he's a quality character guy.
Oh, he's bad.
Ratted him out on the first try.
I think things in my life.
All right, let's get right into it here, live on Quince in the Morning. We're going to start off today talking about the Knicks because they have a big game tonight against the Heat. Killed the Atlanta Hawks last night, guys. Jeremy Lin played a great game, controlled the floor. Everyone got involved after that terrible loss to the Nets, which Timmy's not allowed to speak about, otherwise he'll get muted. But anyway, big game coming into tonight. We're not going to dwell too much on last night because Joe Johnson wasn't playing for the Hawks, their best player. He's injured. He's not going to be in the All-Star game. Amon Shumpert won't be in the dunk contest because of his injured knee.
I know you're just really
I actually am upset because I wanted a Knick to be in it, so I had someone to root for.
And I wanted
Knicks in the Heat because that's all that's really important right now. Knicks Heat in Miami tonight. Is it a TNT game, guys?
It must be. It's Thursday night.
Yes, of course. It's a big game. The Heat have been on a tear, just killing everybody that they've played. I mean, granted, they haven't really played anybody good during the stretch, but they're doing what they're supposed to do, beating teams that they're supposed to beat and beating them very handily. The Knicks come in, a 500 basketball team, but obviously just putting all their pieces together. When you look at this game, I think that the Knicks have a deeper roster than the Heat do. I think that they can go farther into their bench with quality players. I like that Tyson Chandler at center. That gives them an advantage there. And the Knicks also have an advantage at point guard, obviously, with Jeremy Lin. At small forward, you have Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James. That's kind of a wash. You kind of give that to LeBron because he plays better defense. And Amari Stoudemire against Chris Bosh. I mean, you have great matchups all around tonight, guys. About that.
That's such an ego thing. I'm going to take Lin. I'm going to shut him down.
He's a great defender, LeBron.
No, he is a good defender, but coming out and saying that he wants to guard Lin.
But he played Derrick Rose last year in the playoffs.
I'm on mic 4.
He played Derrick Rose last year and did a great job, and that ended up winning them that series in the playoffs.
Yeah, and no, LeBron is a good defender.
But I think the thing is with LeBron is he can't go off Melo because then who's going to guard Melo? You're going to want LeBron on Melo, Wade on Lin, Bosh on Stoudemire, and Joel Anthony on Chandler. That's the best matchup, and then you're going to have Mario Chalmers and Landry Fields just running around. I'm
telling you, look out for Bosh tonight because even though the Knicks played good defense last night, Amari Stoudemire, since he's come back, has really been weak defensively on the interior.
Amari Stoudemire has been weak on the defensive end?
Yeah, he has been.
That's news.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're starting to play better again. They're still waiting for Carmelo to get into his own coming back from the injury. I think he will eventually. I think he's making an initiative to be a little more passive. He's not taking every single shot because he knows now he has a couple more guns to play with his team. But as long as he's playing reasonably well, I think they're going to be a threat in the Eastern Conference, and that starts tonight.
They proved that anything's possible.
Yeah,
anything's possible.
On that note, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, I'm going to tell you why Quinn is a terrible Catholic. So stay tuned. Welcome to the studio I have to deal with. If you want to call in, 718-990-6126. Get your opinion heard, and we can mock you on the air instead of mock each other. So anyway, as I mentioned before break, I'm going to tell you why Quinn Rochford's a terrible Catholic.
I am a poor Catholic. I'm not a terrible
You're
Catholic.
a terrible
Give me a
Catholic.
chance.
Awful Catholic.
Give me a
poor
chance.
Catholic
He made it
means
to-
you don't make money.
He made it. He made. Isn't that what they want, though? Anyway, they made it until he made it. Can I get this out?
I'm trying to get around it.
Jeez. I feel crowded. So anyway, until 11:30 last night, Quinn Rochford did not eat meat. He was being a good Catholic because I had reminded him during the day, because me and my pious soul had determined that.
Give me credit for dinner, please. Just give me credit first.
Okay, fine. You want your credit?
Yeah, I want my credit.
All right. He thinks he's accomplished something, and he's semi-proud of this, that he didn't go and get Chinese food for dinner. Instead, he actually didn't eat meat. But then he decided at 11:30, screw it. I'm going to Nathan's. I'm craving it. Anyway, so Quinn...
Infatuating story.
Quinn, like, he never invited me to his social gatherings ever. Wow. Yeah, and so we get back to campus this fall, and I talked to him about it. I was like, Quinn, I would always invite him to come up and see me and, play wiffle ball with me and the guys and all this kinds of stuff.
The guys. You let you meet his friends.
Yeah. And so we get back to campus and I tell Quinn, I was like, Quinn, you never invited me anyway. He's like, it was implied. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know when you're having these get-togethers, Like, I don't know the dates and times.
There's no Facebook message about it?
Like, there's no, Facebook events going on. I guess telepathically, as a friend, I was supposed to know.
But that's
and just and text him.
No, I actually
and invite myself to his get-together.
I actually run things a little differently. Every morning at 8:30 in the morning, I have an inquire session where all my friends actually text me and ask me if anything's going on. So it's your fault that you didn't.
How full of yourself are you? All right, guys, we got a caller now calling on the Guilford Savings Bank hotline. Kenny, welcome to the show.
Hello.
There he is.
Quinn.
How's
What's
it
up,
going,
Kenny?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on. I know I'm early, but I kind of wanted to chip into the pick on Quinn part.
Oh, okay, great.
That's a new segment. Pick on Quick segment.
Pick on Quinn in the 9:30 hour.
Today. Okay.
So what do you have to add for us today, Kenny?
Well, I got to add with Vince here. Me and Vince had some pretty hardcore football games. That's a bad word to say.
It's
Over break. It's a terrible word to say on radio. But
Hardcore?
We had some pretty good football games in the mud over
Thanksgiving and winter.
Quinn wasn't there.
And I would be
Stripes.
more than willing to trade Vince for you, Kenny, any day of the week. Just tell me and I'll do it.
I'd love to. Run my own radio show, go to New York. Oh, I love it.
Beef with sorority girls.
No, how come when you become a sorority girl, it's all about wine and cheese? It's all about wine and cheese.
It's all about the Sex and the City life.
It's all about living the single New York City life. Let's go out and have wine and cheese. Let's talk about what makes us intellectual. I don't get it. Am I the only one here? Am I the only one talking? Because you clearly are both looking away from me.
Start cleaning up my image now. I mean, I'm getting tagged
you're
as the man
starting.
who
You're
crushes-
starting to get that, that image of classic college, classic.
What's your
whatever
major,
school.
Vince?
Sports management.
School doesn't matter, I'm
what
just
you're
going
gonna
to
do with your
wear
life?
hockey jerseys,
No, that is
wear
not- that-
backwards snapbacks. I'm going to wear jeans that have holes in them.
My jeans don't have holes in them.
I'm gonna wear lumberjack
Now it
shirts like I'm
does.
gonna go cut down a maple tree.
All right, let's start talking about St. John's basketball.
Yeah, let's do it.
get back on
Because
topic
they
here.
won twice.
They're on a 2-game win streak. They won Saturday against UCLA. It was 66-63. I guess 66-61 for the record. So I was pretty right on there. And then they finished that off with a Monday night win over DePaul here on the campus at Carnesecca Arena to improve to 12-16 on the season, 5-10 in the Big East. I know that off the top of my head. Look at that.
Statistician over there.
No, it's just because I
Okay.
have to write about it. So, St. John's, looking up. We got a big game Saturday against Notre Dame at the Garden. Last Garden game of the season, last home game of the season. Then they go to Pitt and then to Rutgers to close out the season before the Big East tournament, guys.
Rutgers gonna be tough.
If they're able to win the final 3 games, they'll be 15-16. If they win a Big East game, they'll be 16-16 and on the fringe of the NIT, dare I say?
Are you saying if they win out?
If they win out. If they win one Big East game.
So you plan on them winning
And
out?
they get... I don't plan on them
Okay.
winning out. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if they win their last 3, then they win a Big East game. That puts them at 500.
It does. But then they'd have to lose one to get knocked out of the Big East tournament. So they're not going to reach 500, let's just face it. But the NIT does take teams under 500 by rule. They haven't yet in recent memory. But St. John's... I know
St. John's in the NIT would be big for the NIT.
Of course. And St. John's has played a really difficult schedule. We all know that. And I think in these last 2 games, they've run into a UCLA team and a DePaul team that clearly isn't on the caliber of the teams that they had been playing in Syracuse, Cincinnati, Georgetown. So getting a little break in the schedule is always nice. I think it's important for us as observers to say, okay, let's step back for a second and say, okay, this team might not be quote unquote turning it around because they're playing easier teams, but you play a Notre Dame team that's really interesting on Saturday that Mike Bray has done a fantastic job, and I can't say enough good things about Mike Bray and what he's done this year with that team. You look at that roster and you're just like, how is he doing it? But I was upset that they didn't honor our friend Bill, who has been a staple in the student section for as long as I can remember.
If you want more on Bill, go to Sweet Sweet Lab.
And you're talking about as long as I can remember past when I was a student here. I came to a lot of games, the 3 years before.
You've been a Johnny fan your entire life.
I've been a Johnny fan my entire life, but I've been coming to games consistently over the last 4 or 5 years, and he's been in the student section almost every game I've been to. So you have to give him credit.
He was sick Saturday for the UCLA game, and it was noticeable that everyone was like, "Where's Bill?"
Yeah.
Joining us on the UBS hotline, Marv, how are you?
If you're asking whether I'm going in Raw, yes.
What? Marv, I don't think you can say that.
Marv, I don't think that's appropriate, Marv. Anyway.
On students, do you need a jolt in the morning? Hi, I'm Vince Ruffino, and I host the Vince Ruffino Sports Variety Show, featuring Quinn Rochford on Thursday mornings from 9 a.m. to 10:50 a.m. There, we talk about sports, life, and we have tons of fun while doing so. We encourage your participation through calling in, Twitter, or Facebook. It's a very interactive show, so join us Thursday mornings if you need a jolt.
Our final segment of the day on Quince in the Morning.
The big finale.
We will not be with you next week because we are on spring break at home by ourselves with nothing to do because we're the only school that has spring break next week.
And also because Quinn won't text you to tell you to come hang out with him.
Because Quinn won't hang out with me. Hey guys, look at the new Tampa Bay Storm field in the Times Arena for the Arena Football League.
Nobody cares about Arena Football.